What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within's pre-patch. Now today we are back at it again, talking about how to make gold in the pre-patch itself, as I do understand that a couple of you guys might be like me, where you've taken a break from the game, you recently come back, and you are looking to make some gold before the next expansion comes out, so you can enter the expansion with a little bit of capital. Based on that, in today's video we're talking about another way to make gold in the pre-patch itself. You can do this both in a group and solo. I just do this whenever I'm playing the game solo, making a little bit of gold. It's a really decent way to make some gold. So today we're talking about a very specific item. Before that though, I do want to say that if you're looking to make more gold in the War Within itself, check out my War Within Goldmaking Guide, which I've made from scratch. We're talking about professions, we're deep diving into every single one, how to make gold with crafting, how to spend your concentration, even how to spend your knowledge points to maximize your gold in the War Within. We have also found a bunch of gold farms based on the beta so far that you will have access to on launch day, so you know exactly where to go and what to farm and why you want to farm there. I think we've found close to 20 or 25 farms so far that you will once again have access to on launch. Now, when you buy the guide, you also get access to a private gold making community, where I will give you guys early access to gold making videos, gold farms. That means that whenever I find something good, you will have access to that before it goes public, to make even more profit before the information is more widely known. Now, in addition to that, when you buy my War Within Goldmaking Guide, you will get my Dragonflight one for free to allow you to make some gold before the War Within comes out. That means you will get 2 guides for the price of 1, and you can even get that one for half price by using the code Solheim. So check it out right now through the link down below, and if you do buy the guide, thank you so much. Your support is single-handedly what allows me to play the game as much as I'm doing, and play the beta as much as I'm doing as well, to do some research and find the best ways to make gold. So once again, thank you so much. Now for today we are focusing on a very valuable item called a Tall Strider Sinew, and I actually have one of those because I just got one while I was recording this. It's a Tall Strider Sinew. As you can see, they used to be selling for quite a bit more than they are selling for right now, as I bought 4 of them for 2000 gold. That is a while ago now though, but they're selling for 650 gold, and because of the stage we are at in the expansion, you can solo these at such high efficiency. It depends on your gear, but the more gear you have, the more the mobs will scale, but you will also literally one-shot them. Like, these mobs are so easy to farm, both solo and in a group, and it's such a good farm to do as well. Now, this is a Dragon Isles crafting reagent, but it will be in demand for, like, the foreseeable future, even in the War Within, even in the expansion after that, and I kind of want to talk about why. First of all, the location of which that I prefer farming these in. There's 2 different locations, and I'll kind of show you both of them, but where I'm at right now is this one. It's all the way north at the entrance of Underground Plains, where you have a very small place, like it's this crater with a lot of mobs in one small place. That also means, because there's so many mobs in such a small place, you do clear them out somewhat fast, in which case you might have to wait for respawns or move between locations. So that's like my preferred place to farm, but why do you want to farm this? Well, if we go over to Wowhead, we can take a look at what this material is actually used for, so you know a little bit more about what it's used for as well. As you can see, the drop rate is about 5% from every single mob, and this is a reagent for a couple of crafts. Now, most of them are not really that important. Like this one, it's a bow, 382 item level, not really that important. The Furious Bindings, not really that important, and the Witherrot Tome, not really that important. That being said, you also need 4 of them to make the Dragon Scale Expeditions Expedition Tent. Now, there's nothing super good about this toy, but it's a toy, which means collectors will want this, and toys, battle pets, mounts and things like that are items that always sell, regardless of expansion, which means you can get some sales of this toy in the War Within, in the next expansion after that, in Midnight, you name it. Any of the WoW expansions, you could be able to sell this toy because it's a toy. Toys are timeless. You can sell them in any expansion. I'm still selling toys from Warlords of Draenor for a decent chunk. just as an example. So that's it, that it's a reagent for that, but it's also a currency. So it's currencies to buy. Well, you have a couple of the Drake Watcher manuscript, but you also have some cosmetic items. You can buy this one, the Researcher's Magnifier, which requires 5 Tall Strider sinews, and for example, these ones, the Drake Watcher manuscripts, are 10 each, so 10, 10, and 10 for every single one. Then you have the Obsidian Guard Saber, a cosmetic one-handed sword. You need 5 Tall Strider sinew for that as well. Now, scrolling down, you can see that this is a lot similar to the Tuft of Primal Wool, where they are just used in buying a bunch of different cosmetics, usually focused on certain types of Dragon Isles cosmetics, both for armor and for weapons. So we have a lot of obsidian here, which is for the first zone. So you have Obsidian Guard's Saber, Obsidian Spellcarver's Stave, then we have the Rustic Tuskar Backpack, so that's a backpack right there, once again 5 sinews to buy that one as well. We have Valdrakken Draconid's Claw, 5 sinews, Valdrakken Guard's Skull Splitter, also 5 sinews. You have a Battle Pet, or a Companion right here, 5 sinews to buy that one. We have another weapon, well, an offhand in this case, another Tuskar Backpack, a different one this time, so we have the rustic one, and we have the tan one. Cobalt Stalker's Lancet, a 2-handed pole arm, once again 5 sinews, Valdrakken Short Sword, and as you can see, there's just a bunch of different weapons and armors, even backpacks, that you can buy, which are cosmetic items, which will be wanted by anyone, and these are selling right now. A lot of people are returning to the game for the War Within, and they just want to finish off Dragonflight. They want to be done with Dragonflight before the War Within comes out, in which case they want to buy these cosmetics right now. A lot of people are farming renown right now to get these cosmetics, and they are then buying these items that Tall Strider sinews on the auction house because they cannot be bothered farming for them. So they get some gold either through other means, or they buy WoW tokens for real life money and then get gold to then buy these items, and you are selling so many sinews on the auction house right now in the pre-patch. So it's a really good farm to do right now because people are returning to the game and they want to get these cosmetics done before the War Within, so it's a really good farm to do right now based on that. But cosmetics are also timeless. People might return in the War Within itself, and somewhere down the line they might look at their transmog, and then they scroll through their transmog list and they look for something cool, and they find one of these items showing up out of nowhere, and then they think to themselves, well, I'm gonna go back and try to grind that. And when they get one of these items, like enough renown to buy one of them, they think to themselves, well, I might as well just buy all of them. So instead of buying 5 sinews, they suddenly buy 50, just to expand their collector edition. So because it's a Dragonflight material slash crafting reagent that is used in cosmetics and toys, it is a farm that is worth doing right now. It is also worth doing in the future. Like, you can literally come back here at some point in the War Within and probably make more gold per hour from this farm than you do from certain War Within farms. Whenever they dip down to 20,000 gold per hour, maybe even 30,000, this one might end up being 50. Maybe even 60. It just depends on the prices of the actual spines or the Tall Strider sinews. It just depends on how they move, but this could be a farm worth looking into in the future as well, in which case, just remember the farm. Remember the material you're farming for and why you're farming for it, and you can also invest into them. I have bought a couple for myself, a few hundred only, but I'm still looking for the best entry point to just buy a bunch of them, because I believe they will go up in price. It just makes sense. Right now, people are doing Dragonflight content and finding them randomly. In the future, people will be doing a lot less Dragonflight content, meaning the supply will be way less. Meanwhile, demand might even go up. We just don't know yet. Now, as of where to farm them, well, I already showed you the location where I am, which is right here, all the way up north, so you have a spot right here, in which case you have a lot of mobs gathered in one small place. In addition to that, you have this spot right here at this river. You also have this one a little bit more to the west, and you have this one in the middle. In this case, I would fly between these 3 spots and clear out all of them. So let's say you start here, you start at the river, you then fly over here to the middle, and then you fly to the left. and then you just fly back and forth between these 3 places. That way you will never run out of mobs, pretty much ever. But also at the location where I am right now, there's so many mobs available that you pretty much don't run out here either. It just depends on your kill speed. So for example, me taking a quick lap over here right now, you can see there's 1 mob right here, we have a pack over here as well, there's 3 mobs right here. If we go down, we have 3 mobs in the middle, and if I fly over here, we have quite a few mobs over here as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and 2, so 6 mobs, meaning we have about 15 mobs around me right now in this one small location, where you can also farm for this material. So either way, that's a little bit of a video talking about the tall strider sinews, why they are worth farming right now, and why they are worth remembering in the War Within, and maybe farming later down the line as well. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, and let me know how you're farming gold in the War Within pre-patch in the comments down below as well. Thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. I will see you again in the next video very soon.